guys, even though we know that the UFL is developing the football scene here in the Philippines, syempre hindi natin pwedeng iwasan the women's side of it. We've all watched the women's football sa UAAP and also futsal for NCAA. And now there's this news that a women's league is happening coinciding with the UFL. So Roy, I mean, what can you say about this development? I mean, the league coming into another format with the women's partaking with this event.
Well, hopefully it'd be great for women's football just to give them a platform to really shine. We were talking with Coach Ernie earlier about the format of the league with 6 teams roughly for a 3-round robin format. So that looks really interesting. And if I could ask you, Coach Ernie, could you describe how the format's going to be? Because it's slightly different to normal ownership systems. Yeah. It's slightly different to there's also a draft idea for the Malditas as well. Yeah. So firstly, could you explain with the teams how they're going to own them and how they're going to run the clubs?
Okay, well, it's going to be a 3-round robin league system. So whoever has the most number of points will win the league. We've been working on this for the past few years, and for the past year we've been talking seriously with a few owners, and we've identified 6 of them already. So what we're doing is we're doing a cup tournament this coming August 19.
Yep.
And the main purpose of that is to showcase the players and the clubs to the owners, the 6 potential owners. So these owners will actually, pick if they would like to buy into a club, or pick players from different clubs
and then form their own team.
Because a few of them actually have the team already. And right now, I still can't discuss and release the owners.
So I heard
it's going to be pretty obvious in the near future, but until we get all the rules and regulations in place and have the owners sign off on all these things, then that's the only time I announce it. But I think it's going to be very obvious pretty soon. So the nice part is, right now in the Cup, anybody can play with any club. So you have a lot of these teams recruiting players from different, from the former UAAP players and so on and so forth. And plus the 5 UAAP teams will be participating in this club tournament. But they will not be playing on to the league. The league will basically be a club
for
competition.
For the 6.
Yeah, for the 6 or 7. No. There's already one coming in with an ownership structure, but I still have to qualify them. So what's going to happen in August 25, we're going to do PFF is going to host a club management and certification seminar for all these 14 teams. Okay?
Club management and
certification. So they have to be certified because this is a FIFA sanctioned league. So they actually have to be certified before they can be part of the league.
Yeah.
So if you have a club but you're not certified, you can't join.
It's a very big development. Wala naman. Laro tayo, pick up game. So formal.
The reason we were talking about before, Coach Henny was saying that the reason that they wanted to be so strict about that was because the winner of the Women's Super League would represent the Philippines in the Women's Champions League.
Oh, that I didn't know.
So they'll represent the Philippines internationally in the Champions League for that.
So,
that's
really great.
This is actually a FIFA sanctioned tournament.
Yeah.
So once we start with the league, automatically we will be participating in the AFC Champions League.
Yeah.
So it's FIFA's gonna come in with the technical support. FIFA's gonna come in with the recommended structure. So everything that we're doing, even a position paper, all these things were submitted to FIFA for approval before we started doing it. So there is 100% guidance from FIFA as we go along towards the creation of the league itself, from the cup to the league.
Kahit ako na-excite ako. So wait, let's go towards the player side naman. Yep. So we're with El Capitana right here, the captain of the women's national team, the Malditas. You have Mariel Benitez. So Mariel, you've been playing for how long have you been playing?
Oh, wrong question.
Quite some
Since
time.
I can.
Yeah.
I mean, because before you used to play for the UAAP, and then sometimes ang liga, yung mga ganong types of leagues ay nalaro, and then obviously international. But with this league coming into place, I mean, how do you see yourself, and do you see the women in football actually growing into the sport here?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, right now it's exciting for us in the national team to have all these clubs and an opportunity for us to be able to play, have more games apart from the international tournament. So right now, kasi like some of us who aren't with the college teams, we don't really have clubs wherein we can play regularly.
Yeah.
And so we end up, in our training, we end up playing against men's teams. So we participate in ang liga like that. So it's exciting that we will have this organized structure, and eventually be able to have more girls looking forward to playing outside of their college.
And I'm assuming this can also be the start for a training pool for the national team. Since may league na, and then you'll be able to discover new talent. We'll be able to also reinforce the national team in the future, Coach.
Well, the main purpose of the league is actually to help develop, identify, and promote the women's national team. That's the very main purpose. FIFA will not support this unless FIFA supports national teams, not clubs.
Yes.
Right. The member association is the PFF. So with that, we have to make sure that everything that we do is centered towards the development of women's football. In this case, the women's senior national team which is the Malditas.
And the plan's slightly different regarding the structure again with that. We were talking earlier about how there won't even, it's not like all the Malditas can join one team.
Yes.
And it's not going to be
Super
like
power
Malditas
team.
FC. And obviously they'll beat every other side. But there's a draft format with those players and a minimum wage regarding the Malditas as well,
Yes.
which is interesting. Could you describe those to us?
Well, one of the first things first is I'm not going to be part of any club.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be coaching any club or managing or owning any club. I'm going to be representing the PFF in this side, so I'm going to be part of the management team for the with the Women's Super League. Now, what we've proposed to the owners so that we'll be able to spread out, the talent within the Malditas is actually to have the Malditas drafted. So if you have, for example, now we have 6 teams, and just for a good number, 30 players, 30 Maldita players. So we're going to have all those Maldita players in a draft, and they're going to be selected randomly. So each team will get to select first in each round of the draft.
Wala basketball type.
MLS.
MLS
So
hindi ko familiar. Hindi naman ako bigla. I shy now. MLS.
Just for the first year. But
I knew that.
That doesn't mean that the structure for the European system is not there. Once these players have been selected by the 6 teams, they can actually start to negotiate with each other and trade or sell players' rights.
Wow.
That's still going to be there. But what I'm trying to do is just spread out the talent first. Once it's there, then I'm going to leave it up to the teams for their own strategies and whatever their own goals are to be able to come up with a final structure for the team before we start the league.
Okay, so Coach, details. When is it starting? The cup in the league?
The cup starts on the 19th of August.
Saan?
We're going to have BGC, UMAC, Rizal High School, Ateneo.
Several pitches.
Yeah, even Zubel, Lasal Zubel is another pitch that we're in.
May fixtures na, Coach, na set for...
Meron na, pero now we're finding, may dalawang brackets na eh. But now we're finding some teams wanna merge. So we're allowing all these things to happen right now. Because we wanted to be able to promote the sport. So there's a few teams who want to join last minute entries. That's fine. We'll allow all these things to happen. Because we're trying to really promote the sport. So it's going to be really exciting because I think right now there's a lot of tryouts ready for different clubs. Not only that, the thing is, the national team is in training right now. So they can't actually play until after September 28th.
We won't get
After the
released.
AFF. So this will allow new players to come in and be identified,
So Coach, do invite the viewers to watch. Support the upcoming and highly anticipated Women's Super League.
Yeah, of course. We want to invite all the female footballers out there to come and try out and play football with these clubs, and hopefully spread the love for football, for women's football. It starts out on August 19 for the Women's Super Cup, Women's Super Cup, and eventually from the 14 teams we will have the Women's Super League by early next year.
Yeah. I think we can announce some of the team names if you want.
Yes,
There's
absolutely.
going to be Global FC. There's going to be Women's Team for Global FC for the Cup. Loyola, I think it's going to be Loyola Chelsea, what I've heard.
Chelsea.
Super Strikers is going to be Super Strikers or Super Strikers Archers, or
Wow.
And there's going to be Menzola, which is part also of Pasig and Squatters. They're merging together to form that team.
FC,
Wow.
yeah.
And then you have Seacut FC, you have Perks FC, and then you have the Under 19. And then you have Ateneo as a UAP team, LaSalle, De La Salle, UST, FEU, and UP. And then you have IUP is going to be Diwata.
Okay.
Well, so I think I think that's it. I think the Young Husband Taifa, the Young Husband Football Academy, is merging with Loyola. That's what last I heard. But before we had them kind of broken apart into two different groups. So right now there's 14 of them who's going to be playing in the cup, and then we want to be able to cut that down to 6 or 7 in the league. In the league also, you're going to have hopefully a lot of foreign players also come in and play.
Wow, it's a very, very nice development.
So wig,
no need for the wig.
Yeah.
No need for the
no,
wig.
it's still too short.
Maybe a clip.
Maybe.
Yeah, or like, you know, pigtails. But anyway, guys, so for more updates for your Women's Super Cup happening on August 19 and the Women's Super League coming early next year, and all your football updates, do follow us on Twitter at FTW Sports.